Tonight on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide, international recording artist Castella is returning to our platform. 2020 was an amazing year for the emerging soul jazz artist Castella, who released her debut EP, Thinking About You, April 2020, of which the debut single, No Ordinary Love, was released, which garnered her a list of nominations such as Breakout Artist, President's Award, Newcomer of the Year, Best Female Artist of 2020, as well as being named Artist of the Year by the Central Standard Time show. 2021 didn't seem to stop the tenacious creative as she dropped even more music. The re-release of Mojito and the mid-tempo groove, So Glad I Met You, featuring Billboard's #1 smooth jazz artist, trumpeter Willie Bradley. With a new flavor and a new attitude, Castella is starting off 2022 with a familiar cover tune, So Into You. From her latest EP, Let Me Love You, join us as we sit down and discuss the upward mobile pathway of indie soul jazz artist Castella. Well, hey everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. Happy to have you here again this Monday. How was your weekend? Listen, I want you guys to do me a favor and invite all those people that you spent your weekend with. Please, if you could do that for me, it'd be absolutely fantabulous because I've got an amazing artist who's returning. She's not really a guest, she's a sister. She actually was a guest host for me on last year with Lori Williams right around my birthday. And so she is back and she's doing the doggone thing. And she's just fantabulous, just rocking the house, all these accolades. You just know all that stuff that was on there. It's like, oh, God. Ooh, well, she's going to make it big in this industry. And I am so proud of her. It's just taking my breath away. How about you guys? All right, so let's bring on our guest for tonight. You know who she is. She's sister, she's friend, she's all these great things. It's nobody other than Castella.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Sabrina.
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. That intro was pretty cool. I'm like, oh, wow.
It's all about you. You know, it's all things
Wow, that was so
Castella.
cool.
And I just wanted to bring you in just with a bang because you have just really grown since the first time you were on the show. You
Yeah.
were saying to me, I gotta tell you something. I was like, uh-oh. She's like, I just really didn't think you would have me on. I was like, well, why? Because you had all these fabulous people on, and well, you're fantabulous too, you know.
No, you had all the majors. I'm like,
God.
and it's funny because Willie Bradley said you should call and ask her. I'm like, she's not gonna want me on the show because I think I saw it right when you had him and Aaron Stevenson on. So I was like, nah, you're not
Exactly.
gonna have me on. They're my friends. So I was like, but I reached out anyway and I said, okay, and here we are.
Here we are. Wait a minute. For the third time, actually.
Yeah,
This
third
is
time.
number
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Well, that just lets you know sometimes nothing beats a failure except a try. You know
That's right.
that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We are thrilled to have you back, sis.
Yeah, well, I'm thrilled to be here.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. So, what's happening out in Long Beach?
Well, last night I'm still kind of, on
Yeah.
what you call a high, if you will. I was so wired last night, I'm kind of sleepy. But after I did a show last night with Marcus Adams at Harvell's down here in Long Beach, and we had a good old time.
Did you? Did
Yeah, he
you?
tore it up. I mean, he had people out there dancing in the aisles, and I think, after after the show was over, he said, this is not a club, but people were just having a good old time. And I got a chance to sing a couple of my tunes and do a song with him, and it was great. And he's slamming man, and
Oh,
got to meet a producer, well, Lou Lang.
yep.
I met him last night. Just see his name all the time, but I actually met him in person last night, and
Yeah.
so it was just, and again, meeting Marcus Adams in person. I met him this weekend, so it was just, it's kind of cool. The again, the whole virtual world. You meet people, virtually, and then you meet them in person, and they're like cool. Like there's like, there was
Oh,
that energy was there. So it's like wow.
uh,
So it's just really cool. Yeah.
that's fabulous. That's fabulous.
Wonderful night. People showed up. I had a bunch of my family, my friends, and I said, Alan, I put some butts in the seats. So hey.
Hello.
So
Remember that.
yes,
Hello.
they want to see some butts in the seats. And I put quite a few in the seats last night. So I'm
That's
excited.
amazing. That's so
Yeah.
amazing. Well, we want to see you on the festival circuit.
Well, me too.
Yeah. Well, and I say that because you made a statement, look, I put some butts in the seats. And
Yeah.
a lot of times
Mhm.
that's why promoters don't bring in a lot of indie artists because they don't know if they can attract people, but you're
Right.
showing them
Mhm.
Castella is doing her thing and people are loving what you're doing. And I'm so
Oh,
proud of you.
thank you.
So
I mean,
proud of
it's
you.
crazy.
Well, I just want us to chat a little bit. The last time you were here,
Mhm.
we talked about quite a bit with you. Well, not the last time. Last time you were interviewing me,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And but prior to that, when you were here, we had a lot of questions. We talked about, your early memories of growing up. With music, and I think I asked something like if you had siblings and if they sang and if you had like a memory that stuck with you. We just had some little basic things, but
Mhm.
I want to, because you've grown.
Mhm.
You have just grown in leaps and bounds. Your music is just phenomenal. And so I do, though, for those who may not know Castella, I want Castella to share. Go ahead, sis, and just share with us how long you've been singing that you can recall?
Wow. A long time.
Long
Since I
time?
was, probably, I think maybe 6 or 7. I
Wow,
started,
wow,
yeah, I started singing in the choir, and
wow.
it's never stopped from there. Did my first solo, and, it's funny when my brothers, they talk about the first time I sang a solo, and they're like, "Aha, hey, Daryl." Yay. See, he's someone I
Yeah.
met in my travels. Yeah, he's so cool.
He
Um,
is. Yeah.
I and I was had my first solo, and my brothers were like, "Haha, she can't sing, and so, and they said, "Oh wow, you know, Kathy, Kathy can sing," and they never teased me about singing anymore. And so I have been, yeah, I've been just singing my whole life, really and truly, and did a
Wow.
lot of, and in that, singing in the choirs. I went through all the choirs of all the ages, and got in a couple of groups, and um, I was a choir director and all that. Actually, since pandemic has kind of stopped things, but I'm still the choir director right now in the church. So,
Hello.
yeah, I'm still the choir director and still in the praise team, but it's that stuff isn't happening right now. But
Nope. Nope.
that was where I was at. But I've been doing that all my whole life, just singing forever. And I just love music, love listening to the radio. Hey Sheila, love listening to the radio. And I again, yeah, I guess we'll get into it, but
Of course. Of
I just love
course.
listening to the radio and music. So yeah.
Oh, wow. So did you ever have that, like, I call it like a deja vu, like that familiar longing of saying, I don't know what this thing is, but
Mhm.
I know that I'm born for the stage. Do you ever have an epiphany of such in
Hmm.
your upcoming that you can recall?
Not really, but I think the one stage that I would have loved to have been on
Yeah.
is being one of Luther Vandross's backup singers. That was
We
what I
all
want.
would have loved to have been back there with
That's
Lisa Fisher, and yeah, oh my gosh,
that's what I
absolutely.
wanted to do. I wanted to be a background singer for Luther Vandross. That was what I wanted to do.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I did. And that
Wow.
would have been epic. I
Tell me
never
about
really
it.
wanted to be in the front. I just always, was content with being in the background
Yeah,
and being supporting others and blending and because I love harmonizing. I'm an alto, so we kind of hold things together.
you do. I love that warm
Yeah.
sound of the alto. I
Hmm.
sometimes get so jealous. It's like, why do they get all of the cool parts?
Oh yeah.
And the
Are you
sopranos are
soprano?
over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as I get older, I find my register is getting warmer and lower. So
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, even though I like alto, I still, no matter where I am, I always just shift back over to soprano. So
Oh, yeah.
this is my thing. Yeah.
I can sing soprano, but I was once told by one of my friends who I was in a group with. Well, he actually asked me to be in a group. Hey Mario, I I he said that I was an accomplished alto and a
Oh,
struggling soprano.
oh, so you know where you need to be
Yeah, so it's
in
like
alto section.
yes, I'm in the alto section. So you might hear me go up there a little bit, like on So Glad I Met You. I went up there next to me and I
Come
came right
right
on
on
back
back down, right?
down.
I love it. Oh
So
my
I only go when
God.
I go and I touch the rim and I come on back down. I
He said, listen, I stay
in my
in
lane.
my lane. I totally get it. I totally get it. But you know, by trade, you're an HR executive.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you guys, I know that because I've been on the phone with her a couple times and she's had to get back into, that professional demeanor. It's like,
yes.
hold on, Sabrina, I'll be right back. And then, hello. And she does it so well. I mean, she's so professional. So share what happened with those who are new to the UAR family, with
Yeah.
what happened with you that shifted you from that to music.
Wow. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess do you want the short version or the long version?
Yeah. Yeah. Encapsulate it a little bit.
Well, the short version is they got I got let go, that
Oh,
big F word.
yeah.
And
I know
but
that.
yeah, which is that's never happened to me in my entire life. Like,
Right.
like, okay, we're gonna go in a different direction. It was real cold how it happened too. I had been on vacation and sometimes and now I see why people are like, I can't go on vacation.
'Cause they don't know if they go back if they wanna have a
It's like
job.
they've been working on some documents for you, getting ready, and this thing
Hello.
had been.
I
And,
understand.
and I,
Totally.
I was, somewhat clueless, because I was the HR person. So I'm actually the person who used to put those documents
Prepare
together
the
for people,
right,
right?
exactly.
So, when I got back from my vacation, I had dropped my daughter off for grad school and really proud of her. And she's actually done. She has her MBA. And he called me into his office like, it's like 4 o'clock. Come see me at 4 o'clock. We were going to discuss. We were doing negotiations,
That's the
and
fire time in the
yeah, well,
evening.
I didn't
You
know.
didn't know? Ask me, do I know? I know.
Yeah. No, I was it caught me
Oh
off guard. I
god.
had a great day. I had went and put a
Yeah.
sign up on my wall that said,
Mhm.
don't look back, you're not going that way. I had hung it up on my I
Wow.
had this whole wall of inspirational quotes on my wall as an HR professional. Because I wanted people when they came into my office to feel inspired and leave with a good word and have a good experience when they came into my office. Hi, Winford. And so that was the one I hung up there. And I remember doing it. My one of my assistants is like, Kathy Thompson, you're gonna fall off that chair. And I'm like, oh well, help me up because I was putting it on the wall.
Oh, got it.
And she helped me take it down the same day. So,
Oh,
but it's I
well,
was telling, it said, don't look back, you're not going that way. And so it's crazy because I'm not looking back, I'm not going that way anymore. So, but yeah, that's what happened. I just kind of lost my job. And so I was kind of left there with this EP I had just released like a couple weeks before.
oh,
And it was like, okay, so what do I do? And I actually called my friend and mentor. And actually, when I was getting canned, I called my husband. Like, I told him, stop. Wait a minute. I called my husband. I can't believe this is happening. And okay, and then I'm like, okay, go ahead and finish. Um, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
But I did call my friend Daryl Swan, and I was like, "Oh, this happened." He's like, "You lost your job as an HR director?" It's like, "Yes, Daryl, I did." And and so, but he's like, this is like the universe lining up for you. He said, "You'll always be able to go and get an HR job, but you'll never have an opportunity like this again." So I said, "Okay." And hey, DJ CD.
And he here. Yeah, he's in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, it was just a moment. It really, really was a moment. So
Mhm.
I said, "Okay, let's go for it." "Hey, Ron." And it's crazy. I went after it. I started kind of going out and doing some open mics, and in Pasadena, and met some good friends out, and here in Long Beach, and just started hanging out. My family was all concerned, like, "Why are you out on a Tuesday? Why are you out on Wednesday? Why are you out on Thursday?" I'm like,
Why not?
"I don't got to
Hello.
go to work tomorrow." So, but
Oh,
it was just fun hanging out with my friend Charlotte.
wow.
She was taking me out to all her the different jazz clubs, and I'm getting up and singing, and just having a good time, and just not really talking much about the records, but just really just kind of just getting myself out there,
Wow.
and that's what I was doing. So I don't know. I guess that was a long story, but um,
No,
yeah,
not at
but
all. I
that's what
mean,
happened. I lost my job. I had the EP, and instead of going back in and trying to get another job, which actually I did try. I did apply for a couple jobs,
yeah.
and by the end of the interview, I was talking about the music.
No, but
It-
that's so amazing because
yeah.
even during my walk from corporate to here, um, when I would go back and like say apply for a sales job,
Mhm.
they are always blown away at the skills that I have, the skill set that I have in sales. And I told them, but I can sell sand to a beach and I know it. If it's a good product and I believe in it,
Mhm.
I'm going to sell it,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But what comes out of that is music. And
Yeah.
they're like, but dog, you love music. And that, I'm telling you, has been my downfall in sharing because they want to know, because they're really trying to filter out people who
Mhm.
they feel aren't going to stay versus those who may be a great fit. You've been in
Mhm.
HR.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And so they'll say, you're awesome, you're fabulous, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, it's okay. You're
Mhm.
not hurting my feelings. So,
Mhm.
just like some of the comments here, like Ron is saying, yeah, you went from, what did he say? You went from HR to the great Castella. Castella.
Thank
That's
you,
what
Ron.
happened. And you did. You
I'm gonna
did.
write a book about that, actually. I'm putting that in the universe.
There you
HR
go.
to whatever I am, if
Music.
it rhymes.
Mm,
But anyway, but I'm gonna
yeah.
should definitely write about it because it's really hopefully the story can inspire someone,
Right.
to not
Mhm.
give up on themselves.
Never,
And
ever.
it was definitely a very interesting time, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of music, who would you say has been like one of your greatest vocal influences?
I'm like it's like Lay's potato chips. I
You
can't
can't eat
I
just
can't
one.
eat just one.
I
I
love
can't
it.
I can't.
Oh wow. Oh
But
my.
I was thinking, I was like, wow, because I've been asked that question before,
Have
and
you?
I always think after the interview, it's like, oh, I should have said this person because I like that person, and so I thought about the very first record that I bought that wasn't a gospel record
Mhm.
because back in the day I didn't listen to nothing but gospel music,
Right.
and so the very first secular record I bought, the very first two I bought was Renee and Angela. The one that
She
has "Smile" on it.
yes,
Smile.
I
Yeah. So
know.
I would say Angela
Um,
Wimbush, and, it was is someone that I don't think I've ever mentioned, definitely was an influence, and one of the second albums I bought was Jonathan Butler. Uh,
ah.
yeah, I've always been I just love, 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 love him, Jonathan Butler, but other people Jennifer Holliday, I love her. She always gives me goosebumps when I listen to her. Diane Reeves, she's, an amazing I think that was maybe partly my introduction to smooth jazz was listening to Diane Reeves, and
Diane
of
Reeves,
course
yeah,
there's Sarah Vaughan. And I used to clean up my room
love her.
to my girls, Regina Bell, Mickey Howard, and Billie Holiday.
I
And
love
to
all
all
of those
those,
vocalists. Oh my
yeah.
gosh,
So there's
yeah.
so many, and
Yes.
yeah, there's just so many folks. There's an artist, Carmen Lundy. I was sifting
Mhm.
through. I guess I'm dating myself if I say the warehouse because I don't know if people know what that is. But that used to be a record shop, and so they had bins, and I found a
Yeah.
CD of Carmen Lundy, and she was a jazz artist.
Oh
So
my
I mean,
god.
just so there's just so many amazing, gifted people with voices,
Mm.
and I just listen to some everybody, but definitely, the Renee and Angela, Jennifer Holliday, yeah, Sarah Vaughan. I mean, I definitely would say
She
if I
is,
had to pick one,
yeah,
I would say Sarah Vaughan would be probably that one.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
there's all the gospel artists too,
Oh my
the Hawkins, that's a whole nother
a whole
all of
other
that.
live, baby. A
Yeah,
whole other
Tremaine
Love Alive
Hawkins.
1, Love
Yeah.
Alive 2, and
Oh, oh yeah.
the
All of that.
records.
All of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Southeast Inspirational Choir,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Rance Allen,
Oh yeah.
just all of the great,
Yeah.
Vanessa Bell
Oh
Armstrong.
yeah.
Oh my God,
Mhm.
love
Mhm.
her.
Mhm.
Just so many great.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
whole there's that side, of just the gospel, because of course I sing gospel. We would always have to get ready for our annual concert and
Yeah.
like, okay, who's gonna get this song? Who's gonna get that one? I love
Right.
Daryl Coley, get him sometimes. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Was
Yeah.
there ever like a vocal performance that you saw, whether male, female, that like, kind of took your breath away that you can recall that sticks with
Mm,
you?
let me see. I think Whitney Houston and the Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem at that Super Bowl. And she did that sweating in a sweatsuit, with nothing fancy.
Hello,
She
no
sang,
makeup on, no,
she sang, and it's still, I mean, yeah, that one. And then there's Bruno Mars at the Super Bowl.
oh, of course. Oh,
I'm
come
loving him. And
on.
I was like, oh, but yeah, I
Ah,
would say that performance by Whitney Houston, the national anthem, is by far
yeah,
still like,
love
wow.
Whitney. And you asked me sort of that same question, I think, on the last time you and Lori
Mhm,
were here. And I think it was either on that interview or we were kind of pre-interviewing for
mhm,
that. But the greatest love of all was the
mhm,
thing that bewildered and bewitched me.
mhm,
You
mhm.
know, there was
Yeah,
just something so elegant about her and just,
yeah,
so powerful and elegant. And it was just, you rode on every note Whitney would come out with.
yeah.
And you would
She's
stand there and say,
amazing.
one day I'm going to be right, right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Well, let's take a quick break.
Okay.
And of course, when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation. We're going to move along because Castella has just blossomed so wonderfully over the last year and a half. It's like she's a superstar now. And so I've got so much to ask about her nominations, her accolades, and the new music. And, with Willie Bradley, girl, you are the bomb.com. We really,
Oh,
really love you.
you.
Absolutely.
I love you
Absolutely.
too.
Well, listen, you guys, stay with us. We'll come back in just a little bit with our special guest, Castella. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
If you want to spotlight your talent, boost your brand, email us your best MP3 at unsignedartistreveal@gmail.com to be considered as a featured artist on our platform. Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Unsigned Artist Reveal. Come on, join the community. Do you know that we have a merchandise line for Unsigned Artist Reveal as well as legendary hitmakers and icons? Well, we do. The Music Note Boutique. That's where you can shop and grab your t-shirt and mugs. Visit us at etsy.com/shop/The Music Note Boutique. Hey everyone, Sabrina Taylor here. Join me on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Learn about the artistry of our guests through up-close and personal conversation and music premiere. Don't miss a segment. Come on, join the community.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the show. If you are just joining us, I am influencer Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. So glad to have you here on a Monday, top of the week. Just getting out of the weekend, and I hope it was a wonderful one for you. MLK Day, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. For those who had to work, so sorry. Those who didn't, I hope you enjoyed your day on today. Well, our special guest is none other than the superstar, Castella. She is here with us, and we are chatting and we are picking her brain and,
There you go.
just got her answering so many questions about herself. And she's like, oh, superstar. Yeah, you are. You are climbing the charts and you are quickly touching the hearts of so many listeners, and we are truly proud of you.
No, thank
Just,
you.
you had numerous, as I was alluding to before the break, you have numerous accolades in that was 2020 nominations, and they were from some major entities and artists. Does that feel surreal? I mean, at the time, did it feel surreal? How did you respond to those accolades during that time?
It's still surreal. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, wow. I mean, I put out a record and, you know, people
Yep.
like it enough to recognize the
Hello.
work. I'm like,
Yep.
wow, yeah, it's still it's still amazes me, and it's an honor that I will always have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm grateful, very grateful that they thought enough of me to include me in, with so many other phenomenal, artists that do what I do. And
Right.
I didn't win any of them,
They
but
recognized
being
your
nominated
music.
is just
Yeah.
just amazing. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's surreal. Yeah.
No Ordinary Love
Mm.
garnered a nomination as 2020 Breakout Artist
Yeah,
on
that
Smooth
was
Jazz Network. It charted at what, number 24?
yeah, went to 24. It stayed up there for a while
Right
too.
away.
So yeah. So yeah, number 24, which I was like, come on, I want to be in the top 20. But after a while, it's like, come on. But yeah, it was great. I mean, it was my first song that I took to radio, and
Right.
it made it shucks. I made the Billboard most added chart. I mean, with that song, and
Yeah.
so yeah, it was great. It was
Wow.
great, and of course, being nominated for that was like, wow, that was
That's
amazing.
awesome.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
But even Let Me Love You, that now, out of all
Yeah.
of your songs, that is still my fave
Really?
all time. There's something so familiar about the rhythm. It almost reminds me of something Anita Baker would have sung.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I like her too, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't?
Yeah, I love her.
Man, and
Oh,
and
well,
when I
thank
heard that
you.
song, I thought, I was like, "Okay." When I heard that song, that is when I said I asked, it was probably around the same time that you inquired about being on the platform, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, that's the young lady that sings, Let Me Love You." Love that song. It was like, that
Uh-huh.
was a shoe in.
Thank
Yes,
you.
that was definitely a yes. And you had a lot of nominations for that
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, yeah, that was kind of a, if there is such a thing, kind of a crossover for
Yep.
me. And that was
Mhm.
predominantly just the smooth jazz. And with that song, I don't know, somehow the soul people got a hold of the record. And I don't know who gave it to them, but they got it. and it went all the way up to number 5 on the Urban Influencer. It was
Wow.
actually number 6 on the oh my gosh, oh, the soul chart. My goodness. Anyway, but it was number 5 and 6, so they were right there together, and then made it to number 1 on Black Planet Radio in Italy.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
I
Um,
want to share the video. I wanted to upload it, but it was taking so dead blasted long.
that's okay.
I still had the video from
Mhm.
when you sent it, and it was just like inching. I said, no way.
Well, hey, how about this? After we get done here, everybody log into your Google accounts, go over to my YouTube channel,
I got it up.
subscribe, and
I
watch.
got it up. We're gonna bring
Oh,
it.
you got it up.
I
Oh,
have it up.
look at me
And
trying
we're-
to get me some subscribers on
We
YouTube.
want you to. We do. We want you to subscribe. Definitely want you to do
Yeah.
that. But I want to actually have everybody to take a listen to this because I really love the song. It's like one of my all-time faves.
Thank you.
And so because it's one of my all-time faves, guess what? We are going to listen. How about that?
Yeah. Just let me love you. Hey, when can I see you? You gonna come over tonight? Okay. All right. I'll see you then. Bye. When can I see you, baby? When can I love you, baby? When can I hold you tight? Come on, let's get it right. So how about you call me, baby? Make your way to me, baby. So I can love you, babe. So you can love me, baby. Oh, 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 hey, hey. Oh, oh, I wanna just let me love you. Oh, 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 hey, babe. Oh, oh, just let me love you. Come take my hand, baby. Walk through the breeze with me. My love comes with ease, babe. That's 'cause it's you and me. I give in freely, baby. I let you go deeply, baby. No holding back for me. No holding back for you. Oh, 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 hey, babe. Oh, oh, yeah. Just like you love. Oh, oh, hey, hey. Yeah. You're not so far away. Oh, baby, make your way right to me, babe. Come love me, babe. The natural air, the breeze. Our loving comes so easy. Hold me, babe. Come see me, baby. Oh, 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 hey, baby. Oh, oh, yeah, baby. Oh, 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 hey, oh, oh, just let me love you, baby.
one of my favorites. Love
I
it.
like the song too.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Even though I didn't have it uploaded in the system for the whole HD sound, I still said I'm going to bring it up on a Google
Aw,
Chrome page and just let everybody hear it. I love that song. That's
aw,
like
thank
still
you.
one of my all-time favorites. And
And I wrote it, so yay, thanks.
you wrote it?
Yeah, yeah, I wrote it. But of course, I always have to give credit to my producers
Yes.
because, of course, I write the song and I have the melody and everything, but they put they bring it to life. And that one was done by Jeff Kennedy. That was our first song together. And he's just been an amazing producer for me.
Wow.
And yeah, he's awesome. Yeah.
Yes,
Jeff
he
is
is. Yes,
Jeff
he
is
is.
amazing.
Who was that
Yeah.
that said, "Oh, Ultimate Entertainment"? He said this was my introduction to Castella, and it's
And
been
that's why
on there. Yep,
that's why it's his first artist, first artist of the year for him. Yes.
exactly, and
Yes.
that's where it came from. And so,
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that video. And Ron says he loves it. I'm
Oh, thank
telling you,
you
it's a
guys.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. I really love that song.
And my son shot the video too, by the way.
I know you got some very, very creatives in your household. Your
Yeah, yeah.
daughter, she does videography too, though, doesn't she?
She does. Yeah, because my son, he's sometimes not here and I
Yeah.
can, get her and she'll do some stuff for me too. But yeah, she does. She takes all the pictures though.
Yep, and she does a great job at
Yeah.
taking those pictures as well. So, I wanna ask you, but also beyond that, you released Mojito
I did.
and,
Wasn't going to. I had no plans on doing
no
that.
plans? Really?
I hadn't because that was on, the first EP and I was like,
That's
I'm not gonna do it. But my friend, my mentor, Daryl Swan, he's like, I think you're sleeping on that song. And I'm like, okay,
I'll
I'll
release it.
release it just for you. And
Mm.
because he's my the co-writer on that song with me.
Oh,
And
got
so
it.
to have a Grammy Award winning guy, as a, a co-writer, why not?
Why not? Exactly,
Yeah, if he says
exactly.
so, then I do it. But yeah,
Mhm.
he actually wrote the part where we're going loving, 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 loving. He wrote that whole part, and then all of the just the creative work he did with us going in and doing ad libs, and my friend Charlotte was singing along with me on that song. So it was
Oh,
really special, really special.
special song,
So
yeah.
like, yeah, why not? And people just love it. And I drank way too much while I was promoting that song. I was probably drunk all the time with those mojitos.
Oh,
Gained about 10 pounds, all that sugar.
you had to push the song, so you had to do the mojito.
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow.
I
But
make them
then
to perfection now, though.
wow. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then, as I was saying, then So Glad I Met You
Yeah.
featuring trumpeter Billy Bradley. Wow, that
Yeah.
had to be a phenomenal feeling as well. I mean, you go from Grammy Award winner to, here's an artist that lives at the top of the Billboard charts, and
Mhm,
so
mhm,
the
mhm.
favor of God on your life is phenomenal.
Yeah, he's I asked him before. I said, "So, will you feature on a song for me?" And he's like, "Let me hear the track." He would never tell me yes. He's like, "Let me hear
Let
the
me
track."
hear
And I'm
right.
like, "Okay, so I guess if anybody wants me to feature, let me hear the track." So
Yeah,
that's what he said to me. And I actually, in the beginning, I think I was thinking other things, and I just kind of let him hear the track with really no intention of asking him to be on it.
sure.
And then he's like, "Let me hear that again." And I'm like, he likes this one. and so and he's like, "Oh man," so he actually wanted to be on it.
On the
So it was
right.
something that he actually liked. So yeah, so I said, "Okay, let's do it."
Oh, how
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
How special. Wow. So now that you've kind of walked through a journey of several releases and you've worked with different artists, is there a different kind of challenge that you face that you didn't face early on when you first dropped, your first music in 2020? Anything you care to share?
I think now it's just eh, trying to keep up, keep up with myself, and create some, more music, and because the appetite of the consumer is so like, okay, they'll gobble it up and spit it out. Okay, what's next? I'm like, oh, I gotta get another record. So it's just keeping up with myself, and of course you got to have the capital to keep producing records.
Yeah.
People have these brilliant ideas for me. You
Yeah.
should do this. I'm like, well, you want to finance it? I'll do it. and then they go away. It's like, oh, but you wanted me to do so anyway.
Oh my God. I understand.
Yeah. So just
I
keeping
love it.
up, keeping up
Yeah.
with yourself. And
Yeah.
yeah, because you really have to, and you kind of look around to see what others are doing, but just trying to just stay focused on, what I'm doing, and not be distracted so much by what's going on with other people,
Right.
and just staying
Right.
focused. Mhm.
Yeah. Because it is like, as we talked about earlier, it's a crowded field. Whether it's
Mhm.
smooth jazz or R&B, both fields
Mhm.
are just completely crowded with
Yeah.
producers and artists and, all kinds of creatives. Great stuff, but
Mhm. Yeah.
that's why you've got to not sound like so much like anybody else. You've
Mhm.
got to find your niche, and you have got to run with it, because we don't need another Whitney. We don't need another Anita Baker. We don't need another Mariah Carey.
Mhm.
We need Castella.
Oh.
And
Aw.
no, really. And as I was sitting and I was getting your questions together, I thought, I can't say she reminds me of anybody. And I like that, because I think it's a really great thing.
Oh, thank you.
It would be a compliment to say, "Oh, you remind me." Now, I did say you facially remind me of Moret Brown Clark. Is it? Wait. Who is it? Is it Moret
Oh, Brown Clark,
Clark?
Clark
Yeah.
Brown.
You
Oh.
just look like her, but you don't sound. She's got her own, warm sound,
I sing
and
her songs in church. 2 of
do
them.
you?
I
And
do. I've
that
sang
is
them. I've led them. Yeah.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
her songs have definitely ministered to
They're
me.
heavy. They're heavy, honey.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
ain't over
Yeah.
until God
I
says.
sang that one.
Honey, when I
Yeah.
tell you that song resonates with me even today, I'm like, Moret.
Mhm.
But I love that you have your own sound,
Oh.
and it's pleasant. It's a refreshing sound for me,
Thank you.
because I enjoy it. One of my favorite songs on the new EP, and I know I'm jumping ahead of myself, is My Funny Valentine.
Oh, thank you.
The
Thank
way that you deliver it, it was so surprising, because so many people have done that. Now,
you.
Chaka Khan, when she did it, I thought, okay, nobody else needs to do this song. Okay. But, but then when you came along and you touched it, I thought, okay,
Thank you for that.
Castella,
Thank you.
it was so deep. It was so passionate and heartfelt. And I thought, oh, she needs is some skits, and I'm throwing a shoe at the radio. I was looking for that, but I was like, oh, but you did a phenomenal
Thank
job with that
you.
song.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Absolutely.
I love
Well,
that song.
we're going to take I do too, one more break. And of course, when we come back, we're going to hop into the new stuff, talk about that. We've got the music premiere. We got
Mhm.
all that slated for everybody. So please don't go too far, everybody. We're going to come back with Castella. Be right back.
Did you know that we have a merchandise line for unsigned artist reveal as well as legendary hitmakers and icons? Well, we do. The Music Note Boutique. That's where you can shop and grab your t-shirt and mugs. Visit us at etsy.com/shop/The Music Note Boutique. Hey everyone, Sabrina Taylor here. Join me on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Learn about the artistry of our guests through up-close and personal conversation and music premiere. Don't miss a segment. Come on, join the community.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show with my special guest, Castella. She's here with us. So happy to have her on. And we're just like in the last 15 minutes of the show.
Oh, goes too fast.
I know.
Or maybe I just talk too much.
Hey, I think I do too. So hey, I'm in good company. It's okay. It's okay. I though want to talk about the new project that you have out. Oh my gosh. And the title is Let Me Love You,
Yeah, well, the EP,
the EP.
the EP is called "Let Me Love You." The
Yeah,
EP.
the EP. I
That's what the EP is.
know.
Let Me
I
Love You.
love
The
it.
EP.
The
Yeah,
EP, the
yeah,
EP. I
yeah.
love that. So I want you to tell me when you were thinking of releasing this EP, what inspired it? What was it that brought the compositions that's on this EP together? What was the inspiration?
What was the inspiration? I actually had written "Let Me Love You,"
Mhm.
and which was actually initially called "When Can I See You," and
Oh,
then I also had written "So Glad I Met You" around the same time. And the producer that I was working with, the guy that produced all of the the songs on "Thinking About You," he didn't. I don't think he really liked those two songs. He said they both sound alike, so it was kind of funny. But those, I mean, it was just I was still in a, I guess, in a vein of that writing at that point. So those two songs kind of went together, and then I just wanted to include a couple of covers because I had never
yeah.
remade anything.
Yeah.
In talking to my radio promoter, he was like, "Well, yeah, maybe a cover from Castella may be just what the people need." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay." And so I went on my way to do, to find something. I had already decided I was going to do My Funny Valentine because I actually, if you go to my YouTube channel,
Mhm.
I sang My Funny Valentine in, I think it was February of 2020 at one of my sorority functions. And I did that song kind of in the same similar arrangement.
Oh.
One of my sorority sisters is like, "Is that song on your EP?"
Oh.
I'm like, "No." She's like, "If it was, I would have bought it." And I'm like, "Oh, you would have." Okay. So she better buy my new CD.
Here
That's
goes
all I gotta say. I gotta go find my store and say, "Hey, here it is. It's on a CD. I did it just for you.
now buy it, download it.
Now
Hello.
buy it." But I mean, but if she felt it was good enough to be on, it only takes one person to
Yeah.
suggest something to me sometimes. But
Yeah.
and then I went on my way to find another song, and I initially was gonna do a song by the Isley Brothers called "I Just Sad You're Loving Baby and I Can't Let Go." I was gonna do
Ooh.
that one, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And because it was just a song. I'm like, I wish I had written it because it was, was kind of sexy and nice little
Yeah.
song.
All
And
of
I
them.
was listening to the radio, and I don't know. I mean, I guess it was God, because for some reason I saw the title of that song and another artist, and I'm like, is that the same song? Because
Hello.
Jeff and I had actually, he was like, "Oh, yeah, I like that," and he actually had already did a dummy track for me. Everything we were on our way with that one. And I
Mm.
said, "Oh, nope, we can't do that one, Jeff."
No.
Because,
No.
the artist had did it a couple years before,
Yeah. It's
and
like,
two
no.
reasons. I didn't know she did done it. So I'm like, well, I don't know how well that song did for her, so I'm not gonna do it. And
Wow.
so then I was like, "Oh, what should I do?" And and then I just kind of went to that genre that I just love, 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 the yacht rock. And I said, "Huh, so into you," and sent that to him. And I said, "So what do you think about this one?" And he's like, he had never heard it before. And
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, Jeff's
Mhm.
a little younger than me. um, he's like nephew age, but
Oh, got it.
and
Got it.
so he had never heard it, and I was like, "So do you want to switch it around?" He's like, "No, I think if we just, you just sing it because
Sing
it's
it.
from a
Yeah.
female's perspective, it should be fine." So he just did it pretty much like the record, but Yeah, he put his own little thing on it though. It was great. So
He did a
yeah,
fan.
so I just wanted to do two originals and then two covers. I actually had two other songs that I wanted to put on it as well, but
Yeah.
they were more inspirational. And I kind of thought, well, I don't think me talking about just had your loving baby and being inspired would. I don't think that goes together. So that's gonna be a whole nother EP. Is my
Yeah.
inspirational. So I have those songs kind of sitting out there, waiting to be produced. So that's gonna be a whole nother project that you guys can look for.
Well, you know who did do that? If you're married, you're legal to do that. You know who did that? Fred Hammond did that.
Oh, did
He
he?
has a love and romance CD that
Mhm.
came out in 2012. I'm not trying to sell Fred, but my
Uh-huh.
lord.
No, I gotta check it
Mm,
out. I love Fred.
Fred did the doggone thing.
Ah,
Okay? He did
yeah.
that.
Well, I'm
So,
gonna have a
it
whole
would have been
separate,
too bad.
but
You're legal. You're
yeah, I
married.
am. I am. But it just kind of felt like, I
I
don't know.
know. I know.
But
I
but
get
that's
it.
how it all kind of came together, just and I had did Let Me Love You, release that, and then I said that there's gonna be a Let Me Love You EP. So I put that out in the universe. So I
Aw, and
said it.
there it
And
is.
because I said it, I had to do it. I actually had thought about, because I released "Let Me Love You" in 2020, and
Yeah,
so it seems like it's been a long time, but some people,
it really hasn't.
yeah, I guess it hasn't. When I think
Mhm.
about, the reason why. I mean, I kind of put the EP on hold to release Sleigh Ride, and
Ah,
yeah, so I put that on hold to do Sleigh Ride. Then I released Mojito, and then we put together So Glad I Met You. Um, yeah, and actually, I recorded My Funny Valentine before I did So Glad I Met You.
oh,
So, yeah, yeah, I recorded My Funny Valentine before I finished, So Glad I Met You. So that song was done, mixed,
okay.
mastered, everything,
Yeah.
and,
Ooh,
since this whole cycle of, So Glad I Met You. So that song's been sitting there, just waiting to be released. So,
how many EPs to date do you have? Is it 2?
to
Yeah.
mhm,
And
mhm.
then the rest are singles,
Um,
as far as releases, projects that you've released?
yeah,
Yeah, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. So, but I guess I kind of got off track. But so Into You was what I chose, and I love the Atlanta rhythm section. I love that
Yeah.
yacht rock. I love
Yeah.
bands like the Eagles. I love
Mhm.
um, the Doobie Brothers, and just all of that. I could just did the Little River Band. I could just go and
Man,
turn
great
all that on and just
music.
Christopher Cross and Kenny
Wow,
Loggins and
Castella.
yeah, those are my
That's
people.
some great music.
Uh-huh. And James
Journey.
Taylor.
Yep,
Uh-huh.
yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mhm.
So you are, like, kind of dabbling into a lot. So you're an artist. So
Mhm.
you perform, you write,
Mhm.
you co-produce and produce?
I would say sure, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, what do you like the most? Is there,
Mhm.
like, one you love more, or do you love them equally?
I would say probably all equally. I mean, because that's a tough one because
I know.
it's in each phase of it. It has
I know.
its
It
own moment.
rewards. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
'Cause, like, when I
Mhm.
finished a song in my mind, I was like, "Oh, this is great." Okay, now it's like, "Let me send it off and see what he does." And then, okay, "Oh, that's great." Now then I'm in with, Daryl
Yep.
and then what we do with it and what he does and what he's able to bring out of me
Yeah.
when I'm in the studio, is, it's like, wow.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he has his way with me, so it's, yeah, I don't know, I like all of it.
Aw.
I like all of it.
And the touches that you put, so were were there any Castella touches on "So Into You"? I mean, I know it's a cover,
Mhm.
but were there any special touches that you put on this song?
Oh, yeah, all of it.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, as far as yeah, so of course Jeff did the track. I don't
Yeah,
get involved with that because
get it.
that's
Get
why
it.
I have him doing what he
Of
does because
course.
he's good at that. So
Yeah.
he gave me the track, and as part of still having to work, I was working at I was working. Thank Lord, let me take that back. Thank you, Lord, for my I don't want to take anything away from me.
Wait a minute,
But
hold on. Let me,
yeah, well, let me
right.
stop.
Thank
But
you, Lord.
yeah,
Right.
I have had a unique opportunity to work in Northern California.
Okay.
And so I would drive up there. So it's about a 7-hour drive.
Mhm.
And so I had that track, once Jeff sent it to me. So so the original track that he and the band did is about 6 minutes long. And so the song is, so there's a whole nother 2 minutes where they're just rocking out that you guys will probably never hear.
Correct.
And on my scratch vocal, I sang that whole 6 minutes. And what I said most was that, "Come here, baby." Come here, baby.
Okay.
I had so much when that came to me. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to do that." And then just to modulate. And on the original song, I believe that he sang by himself in the beginning.
Right.
And then on the second half of the song is when he did the harmonizing.
Correct.
I kind of switched that.
Oh.
And so I'm harmonizing in the beginning. And then I'm on the end part, I'm singing by myself. And then I added the background vocals, the you.
I remember.
You, that's not in the song. That's me.
No, that's you.
That's me. So
that's why I asked. It's like she put a little twist on this.
Yeah, I did that. I did that. And the backgrounds, that part was
that's
me.
You.
Yeah. So it was fun. I had a lot of fun making that record. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want the audience to hear it if they haven't already. You guys are going to hear "So Into You." Yeah. I want the hearts, the likes, the emojis, dancing stick men. I want it all going for Castella. This is our own. Let's support her, you guys. So we'll be back in just a few minutes to see all of the comments, and I want the comments up there as well. So Into You by our superstar, very own Castella.
Into the room, there was voodoo in the vibe. See, I was captured by your style, but I could not catch your eyes. So I stand here helplessly, hoping you'll get into me. I am so into you, I can't think of nothing else. No. See, I am so into you, baby, I can't think of nothing else. Thinking how it's gonna be whenever I get you next to me. It's gonna be good, don't you know? From your head to your toes, I'm gonna love you all over and over. Hey, me into you, you into me into you. Oh yeah, I'm so into you. Oh yeah. Hey baby, driving me crazy, I'm so into you. You. When you walked into the room, there was voodoo in the vibe.
Girl. Oh,
You trying to get me in trouble with these men you popping on the screen?
I kept seeing your face. You was like, well, what? Wait.
I'm like, ooh, okay.
Well,
All right.
when I heard you say voodoo in the vibe, his eyes, there was something about that first guy's
Yeah,
eyes
yeah.
that just I said, oh, perfect. Okay, you tell your husband I did it, you didn't do it. That's
No,
all me.
I'm kidding. No,
Oh, but
that
that's
was great.
okay. I saw those guys. I said I gotta put them on there because
I
they
mean,
make you just do a second look,
I was like,
right?
oh, okay. Ooh, okay.
Okay, you worked something? Oh gosh.
Yeah,
And let's take a look at some of the comments because Colleen says, love it, Castella.
oh, hey, Colleen. I
Yeah.
love you.
Great vocal delivery.
Oh,
I
hey, Roseanne.
agree. I
Thank
agree. And
you.
Michelle's got fire and hearts, just like
Hey,
the 4th of
girl. Thank you.
July.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Rose Lady says she can actually see a line dance
Hmm.
because they could hear a little country twang. I heard that too, Shelley. I heard a
Okay.
little country in there with your
Country
voice. I
twang.
think
Daryl says I
Teresa-
yodel. I don't know. I don't know if I yodel, but yeah. Okay.
it's just it's beautiful though. I mean, but you can hear it. It goes really well.
Well, let's hope the country folks get a hold of this record.
And then cross over. There you go.
That would
Well,
be super cool.
Well, Rose Lady said she felt a little country vibe going. See, there's two
Hey,
people.
Rose Lady. Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So Shelly said it's the music introduction of the song for me. Yes.
Yeah, those boys brought it. And
They
actually,
brought it all the way home.
if you get my EP, which you can get it, you can get this right here. I'll
Get
sign it
it.
and everything.
Mhm.
And also have the special edition one too, which is which is kind of this one also. This is actually the one I send out to the promotion, but I actually put the whole EP on here. So if you want this one, this is a special edition, but it has everything on it. But anyway,
Right.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Do they need to go to your website to get the special edition?
Yeah, to get both of those, they can get them there.
Okay, very good.
Mhm.
Very good. That song is going to it's already making waves. What's radio and the fans saying so far? What are you getting? Well, people are already putting up hearts and fire and
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff.
it was on I guess Radio Indie International Network. It was they picked it. They made me Artist of the Week because of the song, and Cruise Inc. is at number one for them this week. It also made it to number one on the Soul Breakers chart in the UK, which is super cool.
We talked about that back of house.
Yeah. So
it matters. It doesn't matter where in the world people are listening because when it comes to Spotify, Spotify doesn't care if you're in Timbuktu or in the United States. Those matter.
Yeah. So I say people, don't only just go and like the song, but follow me.
Follow,
because following is it's a whole different thing. You have your
is.
monthly listeners and you have your followers.
Yes,
so
you do.
Follow, you'll get to see everything I'm doing when I do
everything
and everything. So yeah, but it's all important.
But some of them need to go ahead and just sign up for Spotify. Some people do. That's the other caveat to Spotify is everybody doesn't have it. Like if you have a basic Spotify, you can't really just go directly to a song like a song.
No, it's annoying.
It'll put you right. So you've got to kind of have like a subscription to go.
I broke down and got it.
I did too. That's because I'm working with a bunch of artists and I gotta be on it when it comes to them. But that's the only caveat. But Spotify numbers matter now in the music industry along with spins, guys. So go and download.
Yeah, please do. I'm glad you guys like this song. I mean, it was again, I guess being candid. What was I saying? Yeah, those guys, they really did they brought it. Yeah, the band, let me give them some kudos.
Please.
So of course, Jeff Kennedy was on the drums. We have Daryl Smith on the bass. And we have this guy, Chris Kodish. He's playing the organ and the keys, which is, for me, I love the organ in the song.
I do too. I love that too.
Yeah, and Wayne Gerard Milton is playing the guitar on the song. So yeah, he and that's the thing about Jeff too. not all the same people are playing on the songs. Usually it's like the bass is either Robert Skinner or Daryl Smith, and then of course Jeff is always my drummer. That's what I was gonna say. If you go and listen to my songs, then I got a little sidetracked because I want you guys to go buy it. All, all my songs
Sorry.
start off like wait a minute, come buy the record. All the songs start off with a very strong with a Jeff presence.
Yes.
There's always the drum is something.
Love that.
That's his signature. Every song, he starts it off. And even with Sleigh Ride, he's like that. You hear him counting off in Sleigh Ride. So he's amazing. And so he's definitely the driving force throughout all of that. And but those guys really, they did an amazing job on the track.
Right. Well, amazing music, amazing musicians and creatives. The whole project I really, really love. And
then one other thing, what else happened? I won't say the person's name, but I wanted to feature somebody on it. Like, hey, you want to feature on it? And they're like, no.
No.
Yeah, they said no, it's not my style. I'm like, okay. So that's why I did all that singing at the end of the record, because I was going to have somebody to play a guitar there, and they were like, no.
They were like, no,
so that's
not
why
my
I did
style.
all that singing. So it became a vocal solo.
Well, your instrument is right here.
Yes,
so you did an excellent job. Excellent job.
Well, actually, it's down here.
Well, yeah.
My diaphragm, but yeah. So.
So, are you going to be creating merch for this new EP?
I was actually thinking, and I guess I can poll. I want to make a T-shirt of this.
I would love that. I would love that.
I love this picture.
I do too.
And I love my daughter. Actually, of course, she takes the pictures, and so I had bought those boots, right? And I was like, we got to get a picture of these boots, girl. And so standing there, and she actually, she has her professional camera, but she took that picture with her iPhone. And
that's amazing.
And she hates it. She's like, of all the pictures I took, you pick one that from the iPhone. I'm like, you know what?
It's an amazing.
It's not about it. It's the shot, girl.
Yeah.
And so in these pictures, these and one on the back here. So I went to the plan was to go vintage, because I have a remake on here. So I went to an original, like a record shop in Long Beach.
Yeah.
And so we got approval to go. And so when we went that day, right next door is a barber shop. And they saw me. They're like, oh, you got to come in here and take some pictures right here in this big chair, because you're queen. You need to be. This is where you need to be sitting.
Wow.
I'm like, okay. And so I got in that chair and had some fun.
Rocked it. Beautiful photos.
Yeah,
and then the chair just blended.
Yeah. So it was not intentional. I mean, it for it all to come together like that was just so cool.
It was.
So, yeah, we have a lot of fun with the pictures.
This is great. This is a great EP.
Thank
it is.
So
what's in the horizon for you?
More music, more writing, collaborating, which is kind of challenging, because I think I'm beginning to realize I'm a little picky with with not so much I just want to record how I want to record. I want to do it how I want to do it. I want it to be the best. And so I'm one of those people that I still go into a studio to record. And I have an amazing, producer who gets the best out of me. And so if I'm going to do something for you for your project, I want it to be the best that it can be. Absolutely. And so, that's it. I got to record with my guy. And, but then at the same time, my guys tell me, you need to grow up and, just go and, I'm like, I don't want to.
Don't push me out.
I don't want to be out of the nest yet.
I know.
But I'm hoping, to do more, more collaborating. Of course, like I mentioned, I have that inspirational record that I want, EP that I want to put out. I also want to do a straight ahead jazz.
That
Yeah, I want to
you
do that.
had better do within the next couple of years,
I
lady.
want to do that so bad. I want really,
Yeah,
really want to do that.
that My Funny Valentine is the bomb.
Thank
And when I
you.
heard that, I said straight ahead is definitely this should be the
Mhm.
next thing that you put your hand on. And for you to
Yeah.
say that is just
Mhm.
confirmation. So
Oh,
you would
okay.
do amazing
Yeah,
with
that's
straight
that's
ahead.
my plan. So there's stuff I want to do, the collaborating, the inspirational EP and a straight ahead.
Wow.
Those are the things, and also getting myself out there, doing some touring. And as I had mentioned, I
Yeah.
did do a tour of Houston, and just actually went to Houston last week also, and did my little release party out there, and Kyle Turner and Joe. I keep forgetting Joe's last name, but Joe, they let me come and sing my song, during their show. And so I had a good old time out in Houston. Yeah, so I just want to get out and just, even like last night, just doing the music, doing the songs with live musicians.
Live
It's
musician.
nothing like
Nothing
it.
like it.
Woo!
Mm-mm.
There's a whole energy. Even singing it with my tracks is like, okay, it's cool.
It's in the
But
can. It's a can. But
but then when I get the musicians, the live, oh, just the all of it,
oh,
it just is amazing.
and when you get to a part where you're in the improvisation
Mhm,
and the drummer and bass player can
mhm,
feel you moving in another direction and they follow you flawlessly. Oh
mhm.
God,
Yeah,
that's it. It's a wrap. Time to
that's
go home.
right.
I mean,
That's
I love that. That was one of the most favorite things on stage that I loved is the improvisation
mhm,
and having creatives who would follow you rather than them leading you by the collar, right?
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So
Mhm.
I totally get it, and it's
Yeah,
gonna happen. You're gonna
yeah,
get girl, I
yeah.
can't wait. I can't
And
wait.
it's funny with because last night I was gonna include my I guess stems, and people know what
Yeah.
those are,
Mhm.
with my live performance, but I didn't quite have them at rehearsal, and so I sang the song last night without the backgrounds or anything. I just sang it,
Mhm.
and but it was kind of cool because I was able to give the guitar player a solo. We
Yes.
weren't boxed into
There you
the
go.
record itself, and it
Mhm.
was just really
Wasn't that wonderful?
cool. Yeah, and it kind of
Yeah.
like said, yeah, guitar solo would have been really cool in the song. So I don't
Aw.
know, maybe we'll have. I think Wayne might want to do one, and because he's a phenomenal guitar player.
Guitarist.
Wayne
Yeah,
Wayne Gerard Milton is his name,
got it.
and yeah, so yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm just hoping to get out. Once you get that bug of getting on stage and the music, I want to go sing. I would go sing somewhere right now if I could.
Hello.
Yeah, and I'll be posting
Oh,
a few little clips, but I don't want to give everybody everything. I
right.
want you guys to be able to see something when you come see me, and I'll
Now and
put
laters.
that out in the universe. That's the next thing.
Yeah.
And when I took the job up north, I kind of I felt that God was preparing me for touring because
Right.
I'm not one that did a lot of traveling, and so I said, well, God is preparing me. You pack your bags, girl, and you go to work. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I
Well,
feel it. I feel it.
we cannot wait to see you in your element on stage doing your thing
Yeah.
and just making the world a better place with the music that you give
Oh,
us.
thank you.
So, yeah.
Thank you
Well,
so
we
much.
are really thrilled to have had you on
Yeah.
again.
I'm thrilled to have
Mm,
been back.
it really is like amazing to see how you've evolved in just like a couple of years, you know?
No,
Yeah,
time is, yeah, it's still, I mean, all of it is still surreal.
it
I
is.
pinch myself, and last night at the concert, my friends came and they were like, "You are so good." They're like, "You're famous."
I
I'm like,
told you. I didn't even know. Superstar. I told you
"You're
you were a
famous."
superstar.
I'm like, "No,"
Yeah.
so
Listen, you let others honor you.
yeah,
You give
yeah.
honor to whom honor is due. You're not lifting yourself on a pedestal, so it's okay
Mhm.
to say thank you,
Yeah.
and keep it
It was
moving.
cute. It was cute,
Yeah. I
it was
know.
really
I
cute,
know.
they're my friends, and, so it was just fun. It was
Yeah.
just fun. Yeah.
Well, everybody, we want to say thank you for coming another Monday. You're spending time with us. The UAR family rocks because they are here, rain, shine, sleet, or snow. Even if they leave one and come from another
Yeah.
podcast, they will show up and support whoever is on. And I really thank you guys for that. You just never know what's going to happen next. I am declaring syndication, TV, all of it. It's coming. It has to come
Yeah.
because I say so.
Mhm. I say put it in the universe. Like I said, Let Me Love
Exactly.
You, the EP was put in the universe, and
And there it
happened.
is.
Here it
And
is.
there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's out there.
So again, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And remember, what you make happen for others, you already know God will make it happen for you. You guys take care. We will see you soon. You take care of yourself. We'll see you.